Welcome back to Savvy Serena. Today I'm going to show you what I did at my wedding to make my timeline. So the last time that I showed y'all, I had everything kind of stacked up in this bag right here. It was a Macy's bags that I had bought, and I had wrote on it timeline, and that's what I stored everything in to make it easier to go to the reception with. And the only reason why I used that bag, it was small. I didn't need something big, but I needed something with handles that I could carry over. And I didn't get a chance to videotape it when I was after I had done the setup at the reception. So I thought I would do a video on it to show you what I did, because it was a big, huge success. I'm going to show you what I did and how you can change it and make it your own. This could be done for an anniversary party, or it could be done for a wedding. But this is what I started out with. I love all love stories, but ours is my favorite. I got that off of Pinterest. I seen a couple of them that I liked, but I like this one because I do love stories. I like knowing how people got together and what their story is. But ours is my favorite. So I printed that, and this was the only thing that was really sitting up that day, and that was to draw people over to come and see it. Now, I had been collecting this stuff for a while. Like this right here was a Valentine's Day card that I gave Ed, that I made on a manual typewriter, and it's a Cupid, and I gave it to him. And it says, "To Ed, from the only love of my life, from the only love of your life, me. Happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart." But this is what I did. I took index cards and I put years so people would know this is the year of 1985. And then I said, this is where it all started. And I actually got my stepdaughter to write these while I kind of set it out. And then I put Serena in 10th grade, Ed in 9th grade, and put pictures of what we look like then. That's what we looked like when we first started dating. Yes, he had hair. And then I put, that was in 1985 because that was the 85-86 school year. And we started dating like a month into school. It was like 3 or 4 weeks into school we started dating. So I figured we were actually dating when these pictures were taken. But for the beginning of the year, they always took our pictures in September, October. So I thought that would be a good representation of what we look like at the beginning of the year. And then in 86, I put the year 86. We went to the prom together. So I gathered prom pictures, and these were actually taken by his mom. I have a glare right there, so please forgive me. That's my light. But anyways, she took these. Some of these are in front of her house. Some of these were in front of the neighbor's house. And this was now, there's 2 reasons why I put this picture here, and I never put it on an index card, and I wish I had of. This car right back here, that's the car. Okay, Ed was in 9th grade, and he could not drive me to the prom. So his dad drove us to the prom in that car, which was embarrassing. When I could drive, but Ed couldn't. And, my parents were old-fashioned. They believed in Ed coming to pick me up. And so his dad came and picked me up in that car. And he drove us the whole night, everywhere we wanted to go. Ed took me out to eat that night. His dad drove us. After the prom, we went to the ice cream parlor and got ice cream. His dad took us to that and waited on us. He was kind of our chauffeur for the evening, but it was still embarrassing. It would have been different if we had a taxi drive, but we didn't. Now, this motorcycle, okay, Ed used to come and pick me up on that motorcycle because there was a lake. It's kind of hard to explain, but he would come and pick me up on that, going through the woods and taking the back roads and pick me up and take me to his house. That was before he was able to drive. So this picture meant a lot because that was the car we went to the prom in, and that's the little dirt bike he used to come and pick me up on all the time. Even excuse me, even though I didn't put an index card saying that. Then I move along, and the year is 1987, and it was my senior year, and it was his 10th grade year. And I put it on there. See, Serena 12th, Ed 10th. I was in a chorus group. I was in chorus, and I went all 4 years in chorus. And the last year I was in chorus, I was in this group called Bit of Punny. Ed came to one of my chorus concerts, and this is the program from that concert. And I highlighted it in green because I was, the camera's not going to do it. Serena Burford. That was that's my maiden name. That is where I was in the Bit of Honey group. Because he would always come to my Bit of Honey groups and watch me sing. And so he kept this. Love letters, he kept love letters that I had written him, and I put those on the timeline. And it was funny. I found this can. This was kind of funny when me and him got together. I actually said it like that at the wedding. Because I thought, oh, this is so true. Because this is my soulmate. And I drank the Coca-Cola out of it. And then I saved the can. And used it as part of my timeline. Because I do believe we are soulmates. Then the year was 1987. And this is the picture of the first car Ed bought. By this time, Ed had gotten his learner's permit and he was driving, and that was the first car he ever drove. And it's also the car he took me to the prom in. And then this was where we went to all the football games. Me and him went to every football game there was. Let's see if I can open this. I don't know if I can open it or not. I might be able to open it. And this was all the football games. Me and him went to every football game, especially in 9th grade, but we went in 10th grade too. But that's why, I think that's why he kept that, because me and him went to all the football games. Then it was prom. Oh, and the Valentine's Day card I gave him that year, he had that one also. But I didn't set it up at the wedding. I actually laid it down and put the envelope that it came in underneath it. And so this was at the prom, which was in the year of 1987. And this is a receipt where he had bought his tux. And I kept it because if you see right there, it says Ed was 145 pounds. He's not that now, but he was. Then this was the little book that you got when you went to the prom. And I had written in this that day that my date was Serena, and we ate at Red Lobster. That's where he took me out to eat. I never put our prom picture or anything in it. Ed kept it. That was our ticket to go to the prom. Our tickets were $12 a couple and $7 per single. And it had... May 16th, 1987, from 8 till midnight. And we paid $12 for our tickets. And I think prom tickets are like $50 now. I don't know. I think it's crazy. And this is our official prom picture that we actually took that day. when we were at the prom. And these were all the prom pictures that his mom took that day. You know, I done messed the prom pictures up. This was our junior year. Oh, I messed up. Okay, this was in 1986. This is the first prom we went to. That's the year his dad drove us. That's when his dad drove us. This is not my senior. I messed the pictures up. Okay, so switch these pictures. These pictures were in 1986. And these pictures were the ones from my senior year. And that's when Ed drove me. He actually drove me that year. I can't believe I made that mess up. Well, anyway, and that's pretty much what I did for the timeline. It was a huge success at the wedding. Now, with the concept that I just did, y'all can also do the same thing. And this could be for an anniversary, a wedding. And first thing you need to do is gather all your pictures, memorabilia, whatever you're going to use. Now, if you're going to do it at a wedding and y'all were not high school sweethearts, and I was going to do it at our wedding, and then I decided not to, you can go get baby pictures. Hold on, I've got stuff still in here. You can go get baby pictures. Well, these are both of me, but you can go get baby pictures of you and him when y'all were young. These are baby pictures of me. I was going to get a baby picture of Ed, but then I ran out of time and wasn't able to do it. You could start it out with the baby picture of you and your husband, or you and your fiance husband, and start it out with like a baby picture like this. Then you could go up to like when you were 3 or 4 years old. And then the next picture of each of y'all around the same age. And then do one more in elementary school, one in middle school, and one in high school. And then if y'all didn't meet till like college, then you could put a picture of y'all when you first went, if you took a picture of you when you first went on a date, you could put that in the timeline. And then all what you've gathered from there on out. But it's fun to kind of see what, and instead of putting like what I did, what our ages were, well, you could put the age in, but you could put little things like 2 baby pictures, and you could write something like, I wonder if they knew that there was love. I wonder if their parents knew if there was love in the making, or something like that. You could put little cute little sayings, as you go through. It could be cute little things like that, but you could see what they both look like when they're younger. And you can do the same concept. The one thing I didn't do that I wish I had have done, and the baby pictures was one thing that I didn't get around to doing, is at the end of the timeline, I was going to put a picture of me and Ed when we first seen each other, because we seen each other again, like 25 years later at a high school reunion, and I actually got pictures, because I took a picture of him, and someone else actually took a picture of me, and I was going to put those in, and then a picture of us like 3 or 4 weeks later, but I never did. Like I said, I ran out of time. But you can do the same thing with this, and do your own little thing. I can't believe I messed the pictures up. That's messing with me. But this was a huge success at my wedding. A lot of people enjoyed it. It didn't cost me, just a little bit of ink to print that. Where everything else I already had. I did have to go to his mom and dad to get some pictures for him. And I did have to go to my dad and get some pictures from him, because I did not have this picture here. So I had to get that. And what else did I get? Might have been the only thing I got from Daddy. I might have got, I think, oh, and the baby pictures, because I was going to do a baby picture and then I decided not to. But, you know, family will help you out, you know, if you need to. Because actually, when I went to his mom and dad, she still had this picture, which I had no idea she still had. Because I actually bought them and gave them to Ed because Ed didn't have a job at the time. Because it was my senior year. I got out of school early, so I actually had a job. And I bought the senior pictures, and then not that one. Not that year. I keep getting my years confused. That was 10th grade, and that was 11th. But I don't think we bought a picture that year. I think we just used what his mom took. I think. Well, anyway, this was a lot of fun. It's not that hard to do. It's really simple. And like I said, it was a huge success. And it kind of lets people see what your love story is. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.